Hey everyone, this is your Minion of the East, and welcome back to the E3 2019 reactions. Now, forewarning right now, these aren't pure reactions right off the bat, because quick explanation why there's no Square Enix reactions, because as fate would have it, the internet in my place completely shut off during the entire event. I didn't want to wait a pretty long time to watch the whole event. So I watched it live, and so there's no going to be no reactions to the whole event this year, sadly. But I still want to take a look at the both trailers that came out for Final Fantasy VII. Well, technically one trailer, but there was one gameplay shown off during the conference that I also want to take a look at. It's more of a post reaction and also an analysis on these two things I want to look at. So let's take a look at the trailer that's shown off at the event and do a quick analysis of this, because quite frankly, this got me on the edge of my seat. uh, this still looks good. This right here is amazing. The nice swooping zoom out shot of Midgar, just to show how much things have changed. I love the look of this city. The entirety of this place just looks breathtaking. Ah, it looks so good. I love it. I love the battle theme they're doing here. And we're back on the motorcycle chases. I just love the battle theme. The new remix. Woohoo! I love it. Yeah, it's basically an extended trailer that we saw the other day. Oh, yeah. I just love the look at the gameplay. And there she is. There's Tifa. Woo! Oh my god, I love the look at Tifa. It's pretty much what I imagined she would look. Not too different, just but slightly. All these like changes to her. Oh, the train escape. So now you're going to be fighting on the train, which is... yeah, here we go. There's my girl. Whew. Yeah, Tifa. Yeah. Tag team. Whew. Ah, the apps boss fight. Nice. And there's the Airbuster Soldier, technically the second boss. Oh, wait. Oh, Cloud's got his hard edge. All right. Sephiroth. Mm. Oh. So creepy looking. And everything else is the release date and the packs that come with it. But yeah, this was a really, really, really good trailer. And I want to go back to it bit by bit right here. And yeah, the first bit right here is of, like I said, the zoom out of the opening cutscene from the original game. And you can see all more detail of Midgar, which I love. Just seeing all of this. And I really do hope we get to see the other sectors of Midgar, because there's just so much potential and story that was left untapped in this area. But yeah, most of the stuff some of the, like half the stuff we did see, we already saw beforehand. Like stuff right here. And this part is completely different. Whoops. So with Jesse here, my guess is this is some time right after they blew up the reactor, but before they were escaping to get on the train. Because as the cutscene later shows, that have Jesse getting Cloud her materia for him. But it's cool that we get to see the motorcycle chase, so it does show that we get to do this early on before what was supposed to be like the end of Midgar. And I do like this sequence right here. But yeah, right here, this is first. She said that she gave it to Cloud after saving her life, so that makes me think this is right after the reactor exploding, because look at the entire area behind them, is that it looks devastated after the explosion. So there are some scenes that are going to be extended and added for the story, and there's more that's been happening right in the trailer. So take a look, and yeah, we can see the people reacting to some of the buildings that are destroyed, and there are some people that are just like scared or injured from the aftermath. So we get to see a bit more of the people that they affected without any consequence. Because Avalanche, while they are trying to save the planet, there's that slight afterthought that the people are going to be hurt. Because in the original, Jessie did exclaim that she thought she made the bomb too strong, and that in turn injured people that were living near the reactor. And we get our first look at the train, which, yeah, actually going to Japan, Japanese trains are this busy. And I figured there would be more people on the train than like 4 or 5 random NPCs in the train from their original escape. And we get our first look at like interacting with people just outside of combat, so we can talk to them. And I think this is during when they're trying to go straight towards the second reactor, because this is like part of the scaffolding area you have to navigate just to get inside of it. And I think they're adding a bit more like this cobweb stuff. Yeah, same part here, like they have to navigate on top of these scaffoldings because they were climbing up. And this is the train scene we saw in the previous trailer, which again still looks good. The guard scorpion boss fight, which they're now calling the Scorpion Sentinel, but we'll get to this boss fight because I still want to show that gameplay stuff. But yeah, this was a cool boss fight they showed off. And we already saw this bit from the previous trailer, just a bit extended. Actually, let's pause a quick look and take a look at Wedge, because this is our first time actually getting to see a bit more of Wedge himself. And yeah, he's still as stocky as ever. He just looks like, and yeah, he's pretty much looking like the youngest of the Avalanche crew. And he was more like the optimistic center of the group. Which, again, the whole point, I think, what we're going to see with Avalanche is they're going to extend their characters a bit. And, yeah, Wedge was that emotional center of the group, so to speak. And, of course, we got this whole stuff with the ghouls or the other character. And our first look at Aerith doing her stuff. But yeah, her gameplay. She is, of course, supposed to be the support or white mage of the group when it came to the original game, thanks to her stats and her limit breaks. So yeah, we're controlling as Aerith, but we should see an attack called Tempest. So I don't know if this is going to be something purely magical, but this ability right here, I think it might be that healing wind limit break, if I'm correct on the right name for it, where she was able to heal the entire party. And yep, more Barrett's big shot abilities. And I think this is on the scaffolding area once again, because we see Tifa here. And the dusters. But here's the best part of the trailer. Finally, we get to see Tifa. God damn it, Tifa. You had a lot of people worried about what your redesign was going to look like. But man, did you justice. And this is close to what her concept art was shown off last year, because there was only slight changes to her. Like they're adding a bit more stuff to her straps on the part of her pants, and they added a bit of a black undershirt to her white top, which makes sense because, quite honestly, if you look at the original design, her white top left little to the imagination of what was probably behind it. And we get our first look at Marlene. Yeah, they're keeping the pink dress on her, and yeah, if I were to take a look at her, she does closely resemble what she would later look like in Advent Children, because she looks old. She's older in Advent Children, being 2 years, but this is as close, I think, what they got to a younger looking Marlene before then, which is really close to also her original design. And I gotta give kudos to the development team on this. And yeah, she is just so adorable. How can you not like Marlene? And a closer look at a more part of Tifa's outfit, seems the straps are not connected to a belt. That's connected to a skirt. That's connected to her leggings. No murder in the straps, I tell ya. And we get a better look at her gloves. Yeah, actually, we'll have a much better look on later on. But we get our first look at the outside of Seventh Heaven as well. And before I paused that, we saw that there was a sign over there, like for the menu, and we get to see more of the brick outside, which I really do like the look of it. It's supposed to look like a bar, and I like that feel. And we got our first look at the inside of the bar. And there's our pinball machines, which is supposed to be the entrance to Avalanche's hideout. I just wonder if they're going to have a little nod of anything else Final Fantasy with the pinball machines, because the one on the left right here, it looks like bombs. It's a little too blurry to tell, but I think it is. And the 7th Heaven bar is supposed to look a little run down, given that we're in the Sector 7 slums. And we got a little more look on the actual bar of the 7th Heaven. And there's a little picture on the fridge of, which is most likely drawn by Marlene. And of course, we got to see a bit more Tifa over here. And I think this is their conversation right before Cloud leaves, or was thinking about leaving Avalanche, before Tifa talks about the promise, or this could be right before you enter the headquarters, because, I mean, Avalanche secret base, because you're given the option to get a drink from Tifa before you go in, just to have a little conversation. So this might be an extended look at the conversation before then. God damn, I just love Tifa's design. And yeah, her gloves look a little... They are different this time. They're no longer the red gloves we've come to know. Then again, this could be right before she decides to leave with us, and we haven't seen her glove yet. But I like the little looks of it. The wristband on the right arm, but alongside, like, it looks like a little bell charm. But her leather gloves have like metallic plating on it, which actually gives it a more practical use of being fisticuffs with her battle style. And I do love that. I just love that sign on the top, eggs and chips, and that CRT TV in the left. I mean, this is the 90s, or at least what their interpretation of the 90s was. And a glowing pizza sign. I just love that little earring on her ear. And those red eyes. Alright, the next part is their second train trip, which is a little different. This is supposed to be their train ride towards the next reactor, but I do like the look of this. But they're changing it up a bit. Instead of trying to get to the next train car, or trying to jump off the train, I think once they hit that checkpoint, they're not going to send out robotic drones to attack the crew. And I do like these are the robotic drones we see like in the scaffolding part of the area. And boom! I just love that attack. Alright, so we get to see more. There's a purple glow to that, which makes me think this is one of the purple materia, but let me go back a bit and just to double check on that. Okay, there's no purple materia since there's only 2 green. Maybe there's something attached to his armor, because there might be an option, but the purple cuts doesn't remind me of anything, but Cloud's attacking 3 separate, was attacking 2 enemies at once, which may be twice cut, 2 times cut, I believe, but that's not like till way later in the game. But then again, we are staying mostly in Midgard for the first disc. Oh yeah, there's going to be 2 discs for this game, which I did not expect. And then again, this game decides we would need 2 discs. But to have twice cut, does that make me feel that you can attack 2 enemies in close proximity? That's what I'm thinking, because with you being able to attack multiple times, like since it's now more of a hybrid action RPG here, abilities like that were kind of redundant to use, but it makes me feel they're being able to repurpose it for more surrounding areas. Oh, there's a little grenade that the Shinra soldier threw. Ah, and Tifa. And that's the same thing with like some of her limit breaks, because Beat Rush, her first limit break, is multiple jabs at once. So they might have to change up some of their abilities and attacks just to fit the mold of this free roaming gameplay. And next we got our sewer section of the game right after they were dropped down there from Don Corneo's area, which they're still keeping hush-hush about that whole segment. We have not seen the Sector 7 market yet on... No, not Sector 7, the Sector 4 market with the cross-dressing sequence. They're still keeping that part completely hush-hush, because I think they want to save that way later until we get closer to release, but man. Yeah, it seems here they're going to be adding a bit more story segments to this section, because when you get through the sewer and towards the train graveyard, that's pretty much it. There's not much story going on there. And so it seems here that Aerith's trying to get away while Cloud and Tifa stay behind to give her cover. So there's a bit more story going on here. Maybe the sequence might happen before the Battle of Apps or right after it. Who knows? But this is a closer look at the Sahagin, and yeah, they look slimy, creepy, and I love the goofy look. And that's still something that's really good about Final Fantasy VII. They're keeping the dark and serious tone, but with still the funny and silly, goofy nature of it as well. And yeah, I just love the look of this. How each area is updated and given a fresh new look. And now we've got our first look of Shinra headquarters. Which, just wondering what else would be changed, because you got so many floors to go through in the Shinra headquarters. I don't know if you're going to be able to see every single floor, because there were some floors that you might not be able... that might not be useful, like this whole stealth sequence on one of the floors. I don't know if that's going to be kept in, or if they're going to add more floors. Oh, I hope they keep the stairs sequence where you have to just run up multiple floors, or you're given the option to break on in through the main entrance. Oh, there's the classic motorcycle, which I assume that's what Cloud's going to be using. This is the staff lobby area on one of the floors, and this is going to be kind of awkward when you see Cloud running through the headquarters. I mean, that's the one thing that the Shinra staff are just going to be just minding their own business. And I think this is the research wing of the headquarters. I'm not too sure. Or this could be the data center. Oh, and here's the boss fight with apps. Yeah, I love the spell effects they got with these magic effects going on. Yeah, there's not much to say about the apps fight other than, yeah, Tifa's somersault ability, her limit break. So I don't know if Okay, back on Beat Rush though, they might be like a multi-hit, like a fast wave of punches like they did before, but they're gonna change it up a bit. The Airbuster Soldier. Yeah, this definitely got the redesign it needed. Okay, so from looking at it, it's supposed to be like a hovercraft bottom of it, like the air part of it. But look, getting a closer look, this might be one of those phase changes that they were doing, like they showed off with this guard scorpion. So I think after a bit, the airbag on it or the air part of it at the bottom will break, and then you'll go to these jet boosters. And now it's got a full-fronted laser. Because all I can remember is that it has a bomb attack and a tackle. So that's good. Another good thing that they're giving many of these boss fights more options to fight back. Up, and here's the one thing I wanted to talk about. The sword. Cloud now has the hard edge sword, which you do not get until you break into Shinra headquarters, and you can steal those swords from the soldier enemies that are in the game. So that makes me think if you can grab more of these weapons early on in the game. And I believe with Tifa it looks a little different. I could be wrong. One of her gloved hands shows she has her signature red glove hand, and the other hand looks like it could be a different fist weapon. I could be wrong. It's too hard to see at this far range. Yeah, so we've got a whole new phase of this boss fight. And now we got our first look at Sephiroth. Man, Sephiroth just looks so great in this engine. And he's got those slitted eyes. It's giving him that creepiness factor. And this is another segment that's completely added in. This could be right after they were trying to escape after the explosion of the first reactor. And we did see Sephiroth or Cloud hallucinating about Sephiroth as the reactor was blowing up, and this could be while he was escaping. So we are getting to see Sephiroth way earlier in the story. And just like before, it's all an illusion. And that's the end of the trailer. That was just so much to unpack on just this one trailer. That was so much, and I loved seeing every second of it. This hit me hard. I loved it. Loved it. Oh my god, I can't say enough how much I loved this. I am looking forward to this. I'm gonna pre-order the deluxe edition. I'm grabbing this day one. I cannot wait to see more of this game in the future. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos. And if you like this video, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. So with that said, this has been your Minion of the East, and until next time, take care, everyone.